Nice speech. You've inspired the entire crew. They're running around like monkeys getting ready for the big showdown.
But not you, apparently.
You inspire me, Ryder. In ways that are surprising even to me. I've got REM tech repurposed all over the place, and Pox souped up and raring to go. We'll keep you in one piece. I don't like seeing you suffer. Without Sam, it looks like interfacing with the Remnant hurts. A lot.
It doesn't tickle, but there's only one way to find out if I can stand up to it.
You can. You will. Or else.
Or else what?
Don't find out.
It is beautiful, isn't it? This weapon. It created life, and yet only I see its full potential. And I even have the means to achieve it. Using you. I saw you from my flagship in the Pathfinder's memories. You have an implant and a connection. And with that connection, I'll take Meridian. And then Helios will surrender or burn.
You'll get nothing from me. My brother will stop you.
We'll know soon enough, because your Pathfinder is already here. You continue to defy your limitations. Impressive.
That was a trip. The Archon had facial expressions for about 3 seconds. He's never had them the entire game. He's always had this specific view, which I always found weird because it's like almost like a... He's like an alien chimpanzee or something with all those like neutral expressions and big wide eyes. Like I think I called him Disney eyes at one point because like when I first saw the Archon, I thought he was a sympathetic character. In fact, when we first encountered the Ket and had a bad first contact where fights broke out and it was really unfortunate, at that moment I was like, oh, well, maybe we can, still figure out peace, or maybe this will be an interesting conflict. Like, early on, I thought that the encounter with the Ket was going to be like the Planet of the Apes movies that have been made lately, where it's like these really unfortunate conflicts between two sides where some people are working to try to fix the problem, but other people keep screwing it up. Like, man, that would have been a really cool way to handle the Ket, and there was still a opportunity for that based on what we had seen so far on Habitat 7 and nothing else. As time, that stopped happening. Instead, what happened is the Ket became the most generic evil villain men of all time, and that just are not only are they evil and want to take over the galaxy, but they also think they're genetically superior and do torturous genetic experiments on their captives, and they're basically one of the most one-note evil things ever. And but at the time when the actual father character died, after being blasted out, and then he walked in to compare himself to the holographic representation of the dead Pathfinder to figure out how he interfaced with the Remnant. Like, his face looked like this, which is like he has the big eyes and he's got the mouth, and like he just looks sort of curious and innocent with this facial expression, which apparently wasn't what they were going for, because he's like an incredibly hostile, evil, like savage monster man. But in that scene, he didn't say a single line of dialogue and just looked curious, and he was sort of aping the animation that Papa Writer did. I'm like, oh, look at this guy. We'll probably have a chance to work with him, because I'm like, maybe he'll be like Caesar from the Planet of the Apes movies, and he's the one that's like their leader, and he's thoughtful. And nope, he's the most boring villain ever, and he sucks. And we got to see a hint of that just now, because of course now he finally had 3 seconds of animation on his face for the first time in the entire game, even though he's the primary villain. And we got to see what his face looks like when he's actually emoting. When he actually has emotions, and his emotions are like, I'm a maniacal evil man. Look at my pointy teeth and my grin at the thought of destroying people. I'm like, shit. Well, that's a lost opportunity. God, if there was a freaking BioWare game that had, like, Planet of the Apes style, like, conflict going on, that actually would be a cool time. That's how First Contact should have worked. Should have been interesting. All right.
You okay?
He's crazy. If we don't submit, he'll use Meridian to kill everyone. That's why he took me and
You
Sam.
say that as though I should feel guilty. Exaltation is a gift. Those who can't see that deserve to die. You still command, Remnant. But that began with the SAM and the implant. And now I have both. I no longer need you, Pathfinder. But since you insist on interfering, I'll give you my full attention.
That's more than we thought.
We've got this.
They're closing, all sides! We need cover. Hug the remnant.
Rock in a hard place. Ryder? Ryder!
When your back's against the wall, if you can't run from it, use it.
Stop running. And use it. Callum, how close can you edge the Scourge?
Too close? Why?
Bring us in tight so I can group the remnant. We're using the cluster's biggest headache to our advantage.
Never been so glad to see that stuff.
Get the Hyperion. Archon, don't blame your people. This clusterfuck is all you. I'm not playing your games anymore.
You wish to force my hand? So be it. Unlike you and the Pathfinder, I do not require any blood. I have yours. You've made this much more difficult, Pathfinder, but not for me.
Suvi, what am I looking at?
A wonder.
Sorry, gravity's inverted.
Can't see the Hyperion. Extrapolating from last known position.
It wasn't built for landing. We'll beat it down, like it or not.
Wherever the Archon goes to ground, that's where we're headed.
Hot drop in 5, 4, 3.
Pathfinder, I've arranged a distraction while I find Meridian control.
Pathfinder is snap dead. That's why we lost it. Looks like maneuvering thrusters only.
The Archon's betting we won't chase him with the Ark at risk.
We'll guard the Hyperion.
Kandros, who's with you?
The invitation was open, unless you're refusing Kadara's help.
We hold the Ket, you secure Meridian.
Let's find the Archon.
That was a weird line of dialogue. We've created a distraction for you, stupid. I'm saying out loud that it is in fact a distraction. So I'm guessing that because I finished every planet.
He's taken them.
Captain Dunn?
The core is lit up like Christmas, but Sam isn't talking. I think the Archon... Shit, I don't know what he did, but he has Sarah. Whatever Meridian can do, he'll try to take it.
Just focus on flying. I'll find them.
Hang on a second. Wasn't Captain Dunn the one that was sitting next to Sarah in that last cutscene? Crap, I gotta go back and check later now. There's so many damn very minor NPCs that it's actually really hard to keep track of who some of them were, but I really thought that was Captain Dunn on the chair next to her which would make sense that she's contacting me now. So I'm guessing that I'm getting a better ending, probably, for Mass Effect 2 and 3 related reasons, which is that I did all the preparation work. I finished every planet, and I saved every arc. So like, there's like a whole group of Pathfinders, and all the leaders are on my team, so I assume that means I'm gonna have more help. This is a nice looking place, by the way. Also, suddenly this game has the production values that the first mission had again, which is weirding me out, because the whole game in between didn't look like this.
Didn't like the sound of that, Ryder.
Keep pushing. Go! That's not the Hyperion.
Kenner deploying to defend the Archon. Get in close.
No, really. What do we do?
He's right. Mix with the ground troops. The big ship can't fire on you.
Not sure we have a choice.
On one hand, I'm like, yay, we summoned architects to help us. On the other hand, the architects are just sitting there doing nothing. That's their flying animation. That means they're not fighting right now, and they're also not moving, which is weird.
Structures ahead, Pathfinder, and major energy signals. I'm no Sam, but that's got to be some kind of control.
Holy crap, yeah, we're back to the high production values of the first mission of the entire game. The prologue and the conclusion both have all the attention. Can you imagine if the game was like this?
Face to face, then.
I guess we're done with that.
We can't let him take control of this place. The Archon must be inside already.
Get back to my actual rifle. Is that you? Yeah.
He'll use Sarah to make Meridian a weapon. We can't let that happen.
There we go. So it turns out the secret reason we made Sarah as a custom character you're supposed to care about, aside from the part where they hopefully look like they are your sibling, because that's supposed to be part of it, is that they're going to immediately make her the damsel in distress that you need to rescue. There we go. Which isn't a gender thing, obviously, because
Heads up. Your own reinforcements on site, Pathfinder.
here we go.
The resistance is with you.
Kadara's here too. Remember that.
It's obviously not a gender thing because of the whole part where you could just be playing as Sarah Ryder and have to save the other Ryder. Whatever, Alec Ryder? What's the generic man name? I named him Atlas, and I don't remember what his real name was anymore. Everything's exploding! Oh, another behemoth. Hi. You gonna fight me? You have any more tricks besides that, or... Come on, you're the last mid-boss that's revealed in the entire game. You're like such a special and interesting new thing, right? Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Please fight me? I just feel so underappreciated right now by the game. Behemoth, fight me. Please? Krogan super weapon. Please fight me. Please. Please. Just be exciting. You're Krogan bioweapon monster. Be exciting? You're supposed to be exciting. Come on. Please? Please? Mostly he's tanky. He keeps healing, so that's his primary interesting thing, I guess. Alright. Well, he's mostly just standing there. Ow. Oh, there he goes.
That kit ship has lost data shielding. Pathfinder, it's the Primus, the Archon's second.
She is shooting a lot for someone who offered to bargain.
Flying low and slow. What's she doing?
The kill code she gave you. Access their ground equipment and I'll upload it like Sam. Pretty risky. What if it's not a kill code?
What else would... Oh, hey, Ephra. What else would it be, though, if it... Oh, there's Sloan. They're actually here. Oh, yeah. What would it be if it wasn't a, If it wasn't a kill code, though, Kandros and Sloan are just patrolling back and forth and bumping into each other. If it wasn't a kill code, what else could it possibly really be besides announcing our current location, I suppose?
This deal has been loaded from the start. Send the kill code. We'll deal with the Primus later.
Kill code deployed. Main thrusters on the Primus' ship are failing.
She gets to look like she was sabotaged, and we get an easier run.
Hope this doesn't bite us in the tail.
I mean, that's the reason why she was flying low and slow, is so you can activate the kill code and they would just, like, fall down to the planet safely. Because they're already prepared for their pratfall at that point. Changed weapons on accident. There we go.
Move inside, Pathfinder. We'll hold the line out here. Keep them off the Hyperion. You take this to the Archon.
Understood, Pathfinder.
Those are genuinely well animated scenes, by the way. Which is a weird thing to say about this game. There's some cool stuff going on there. They're even doing the cutting to the person piloting the ship stuff that happened in Mass Effect 1 during the climax.
I'll relay the layout to anyone following.
Whoa, energy spike. The Archon is doing something in there.
Standing by. Sarah may need attention.
Some of that stuff shows you how far technology's come now, because back in Mass Effect 1, during the climax of Sovereign attacking the Citadel and the Ascension, and the councils are there, the council people are there, and everyone else is there, and like every time that the camera would cut back on the Xbox 360, everyone would load in with like no textures, and it would have to awkwardly pop in the textures, but then by the time it was popping in the textures, the next scene was loading, and like it was like a really weird, like everyone looked like clay people for that entire scene in Mass Effect 1 on the Xbox 360 when it first came out. Thankfully, now, ignoring the PC versions and other stuff like that, thankfully they eventually added the ability to install the disc onto the 360, or even buy the game digitally, which meant that, are the bright stuff, is the bright stuff flickering or something? It's doing a weird thing. They eventually add disc installing features and digital purchases and stuff like that, so nowadays you can get around that problem even on the 360, but at the time it was like, it was a limitation of the hardware. It was a genuine problem. So having them cut to that Turian pilot and being like, oh yeah, look, he looks correct. That's nice.
Our settlers are fighting like it's home, Pathfinder. Taking them out everywhere. We're doing it.
It won't matter if the Archon gets control and blows up worlds.
That hasn't left my mind for a moment.
Deploying everyone available, Pathfinder.
Not strictly true.
Save the pedantry for the victory party. The orders are clear. The list of species must be stopped. The Andromeda stopped. Understood. We require reinforcement. Do as ordered.
If you're wondering why I was doing the shoulder dance there, it's because it's like, press left alt to look. And I'm like, alright, I'm pressing left alt. I'm pressing left alt. I'm pressing left alt. Like, that prompt was on my screen for like a minute straight, and it does nothing. There was no left alt. There was no left alt to look. It was just all it does is switch shoulders. That's really weird. That's really weird that it was like stuck on my screen and not doing anything. Oh, I forgot I did this to this gun. Whoops. I forgot this gun was weird. There we go. You're gonna fly now. Bye bye.
You ready?
You know it. Here to fight by our cousin.
Together.
He's just standing there.
Let them break through this.
How did you make the behemoth the most boring enemy ever?
Understood.
I don't understand how the behemoth is so boring. He's the most boring enemy in the entire game. He just stands there. He's a Krogan Battlemaster behemoth monster with like Bane serum or something on him. Like he should be the most ridiculous like Batman villain ridiculous thing ever. And instead he's just standing there. It's so embarrassing.
Dropships inbound.
So are we. Do we have the ability to assist?
We live through this, all debts are paid.
I've run this simulation. Target as directed.
New Tachanka representing. Let's go.
Numbers say fire. Target the dropship.
Oh, I hit the wall. That was unfortunate. Boomer! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, whoa. Problem. 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 Apparently there's a lot of enemies in every direction right now down there. Whoops. And they're fighting each other, so really the secret's just to not be down there right now. Whoops. Slightly unfortunate because one of my primary abilities is charge, and if I use charge right now I'll be in trouble, but okay. There we go, it's cleaning itself up. The behemoth is still down there because its primary trait is being a bullet sponge. Is that my sniper rifle? Yeah. Holy crap, he's a bullet sponge. Everyone hit him with your powers. It's combo time. Someone's... Who are you fighting right now? Oh, hey. So much for the having friendly from that team here. Holy crap, he's a tank. He's still just hanging in there. He's not really a threat at all, but he just won't die. Gotta die eventually, right? There we go.
We're clear, but we need to regroup. Keep going, Pathfinder. We'll show up the rear. Thanks to the Archon.
Let's go fuck up that Archon.
Getting some heat up here. Spamming remote jammers.
Allied Prodromos is running into...
Those pillars don't seem structural. Is this all Meridian?
I see patterns, like in their small processors, except the scale here is crazy.
Oh, weird. The bridge kept animating all the way into here where it has no reason to animate. Huh. So they didn't believe in just making a bridge that would go in a straight line from to your destination. They wanted, for some reason, the Remnant insisted on making a zigzag around and take more time to go through this room. Maybe this is their equivalent of a garden, and it's like, this is a nice-looking place they want you to spend time in. Like how sidewalks sometimes have those wavy sidewalks that go up and down through the trees next to the road. Stop them here for the future of Ket? Aren't the Ket gonna survive regardless?
Glad to have you.
There's nowhere else we should be.
Interesting how they seem to imply that the Ket were at stake here, just because I thought the implication was supposed to be that the Ket are some distant race in a different part of the Andromeda Galaxy, and that this is basically just an individual arm of them. Hello. Bad news, I'm here. Gotcha.
Ascendant, focus on the shield generator.
The game's giving me tutorial messages about the Ascendant. You couldn't have gotten this far without fighting one, right? I feel like they were mandatory at some point. Oh yeah, they were mandatory at the Vold facility. It's weird arcing my shots.
Tell us all the Archon will exalt in you. Exaltation makes this inheritance of all you are.
It's weird arcing my shots, but it kind of works. Is that feeling Ascendant? Oh, the orb's back up now. There we go. Whoa, look at him go. Ow. It's a bummer when my lock-on biotics miss. Wait, what? Okay. That's not where he was at all. I can't even tell what I'm looking at, but I'm just gonna keep going. See how it works out. Come on. There we go.
Stay with you, Pathfinder, until the area is secure.
Let's switch to shotgun. There we go. We have to go deeper.
Pathfinder, multiple system failures on the Hyperion.
Damn it. Done. Done. Is there anything we can do?
Stay out of our way!
There's no pulling up. This is the captain. I need everyone to cryo. Go! 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 I'm rerouting power to all medbay inertials. I can give us one shot.
Get me close enough and I'll biotically shield the bridge.
The sleepers take priority. All hands brace! And it's been an honor to serve.
Captain Dunn? Captain Dunn!
Still here, Ryder. Cryopods, intact. Give the Pathfinders my thanks. And the Archon, the tip of your boot.
Everyone?
See, that's also the flashing. Why is that happening? So that's a cool scene, but could you imagine if Captain Anderson was the person in the captain's seat? Like how that scene would make you feel if they were putting their life on the line and putting themselves ahead of everyone? Because they essentially did they kind of recreated the opening scene from the Star Trek reboot movie with the one that has weirdly Chris Hemsworth in it as Kirk's father. And oh, get everyone to safety, I'm going to go down with the ship, and so on and so forth. What if that was a character you cared about? Like Captain Anderson. I'm not saying literally Captain Anderson, like Mass Effect original series fanboying and stuff like that, but I mean, what if a character that was developed as much as Captain Anderson was in that seat, as opposed to Captain Dunn? Some woman we talked to, once or twice, and you'd have to remind me she was even the captain of the Hyperion in the first place because of how she's such an ignorable character. Even having scenes between Dunn and Sarah on a regular basis before they got attacked would be better.